Your next job opportunity will come through your networking efforts. And here's why. If this is your first time visiting my channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss any of the career advice tips. Your next professional opportunity will come through your networking efforts. Now, why is this? For 3 reasons. Number 1 is pure volume. If you look at any open market job opportunities, you will see that within days you will get hundreds of job applicants roaming in, hitting the quick apply buttons, and to get their application in. This is also a question that I get a lot when people say that they've been applying for tens, even hundreds of jobs, and there's very limited feedback coming to them. That's mainly because of the volume. There's so many applicants, it's so easy to apply that the volume is very hard to differentiate from. Number 2, you have the internal searches. Now let's say LinkedIn or any other platform, that open market position is the one layer, but then there's another layer which is the internal search, internal applicants, things that we don't know about unless we're with the company. Many times companies would use both strategies. They have the internal pool, they also have the external pool coming from the different platforms. And as an applicant coming from outside, we don't know what's in the internal pool. So somehow we need to get around that internal pool as well. We need to get noticed because they always of course, first on the consideration. And third, when you consider these 300 applicants, for example, for a position, we need to think which one of them are connected already. How many have connections with the hiring company, internal references? How many have actually made the effort of calling and reaching out to the company to make it to the thin pile of the application review? So let's say if you have 300 applications, 10% have connection through their own efforts or through somebody inside the company. That's already 30. That's 30 people. So without networking, really, for these 3 reasons, it's really hard without the networking to be considered. So it's the volume, the internal pools, and the connectivity of the applicants. So it really is a must. So what can we do then? There's 2 things that you can do, especially if you're looking for applying from outside. There's 2 things. If you're going for the open market positions with hundreds of applicants, you need to find a way to get to the thin pile. You need to find a way to talk to the hiring managers, at least talk to the recruiting managers, preferably have somebody who already works there who knows you and who's willing to recommend you internally to get you to the pool. That's number 1. So get deeper, research, and get connected. Number 2, outside of the open market positions, you can should become a sniper. So in parallel, when you're looking for the open market positions, become a sniper. Recognize companies that you want to work with and work for. Find out who's the influential decision maker. See what's happening in the market. Maybe there's something in the news, market expansions, whatever it is. And tailor-make messages. Reach out to these people. Become somebody who's able to go to the niche market and to basically carve out their own positions and to basically arrive with your application in the right place in the right time. And you might actually be the only applicant there is. So really, call to actions: build your brand, be visible, social media, across all the platforms. Be close to the companies, even for the open market positions. Find a way in If there's nobody mentioned, find the person, call them. Because if you have 300 applicants, 10% will be connected, 10% will be, and then the additional layer is the internal applicants. There will be too many applicants on this short pile for you to even be considered. You need to do something, and that's the way to differentiate. Otherwise, if you ask me, it's probably not even worth applying if it's just quick apply and then letting it go. And finally, become a sniper. Identify the companies that you really want to work for and go after them. By following these steps, you should definitely be getting more interviews, more interesting discussions, and expanding your network into other things. Later on, we'll talk about, in another episode, we're going to be talking about the inside a company. How do you create your brand? How do you promote yourself inside a company? But that's later.